Hey guys, so this is going to be a very brief video and I would like to share something on the Vedas and the Puranas. So mainly on differentiating these two. So let's just get to the basics first. So let's look at Vedas. Vedas fall under what we call as Shrutis, meaning that which was heard. In brief, the vibrations of the cosmos, which pervades the entire universe, were heard by ancient advanced beings whom we refer to as rishis, the sages. So when they heard these sounds, they experienced various truths in tandem to that. So various truths of the cosmos were conveyed to them through these sounds. So that is why Vedas comes under what we call as Shrutis. And the Vedas are so vast because there are so many rishis for different portions of the Vedas. And later on, Vyasa organized them into 4 portions, and then later it branched and many divisions came about. And we have the condensation of the Vedas, which we call the Upanishads. Upanishads also come under the Vedas. And then we condense them more and extract the essence of the truths to form Vedanta philosophy. So that's a brief view on what Vedas mean. Puranas, on the other hand, are composed, right? Vedas are not composed. That's why we term Vedas as being non-human origin, that it is timeless, that no one composed it because it was expressed. I mean, it was revealed through the sounds of the cosmos, and no one thought about it. There was no emotional or mental involvement in it. Unlike Puranas, which were actually composed at a particular given period of time. So that is why Puranas fall under Smritis, right? So another grave differences between this is in Veda recitation, they are always bound to swaras. Vedas always have a swara marking, intonation, whereas Puranas do not. So when we recite Lalita Sahasranamam from a Purana, we do not adhere to any swara rule, whereas when we chant the Purusha Suktam from the Vedas, there is always a swara rule which we are bound to, right? So why the difference and what's the significance of this? So let me give an analogy. So let us say the Vedas convey a truth of 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. So this equation is similarly expressed in the Puranas in a simplistic manner such that even a layman can understand it. For example, Ahmad has 1 apple and Ravi has 1 apple. So both of these guys have 2 fruits. The truth of 1 plus 1 equals to 2 is being conveyed through a story. Now here it doesn't matter if it was Ahmad or Ravi or Edward or Bob or Jack, or even if the fruits were a mango instead of an apple. The truth is that the core idea that 1 plus 1 is equals to 2 is being expressed. Now this is why we have so many Puranas and they seem to contradict one another. If we look at the Vaishnavite Puranas, they describe the Vishnu Tattva as the highest principle. If we look at the Shaivite Puranas, we see Shiva being expressed as the highest principle. And if we look at Shakta Puranas, Lalita perhaps is being expressed as the ultimate. So all this is just different ways of expressing the ultimate truth of the ultimate consciousness, absolute consciousness. So that is why Puranas seem to contradict with one another. And this is why we have many lineages, many paths where you can get involved, you can get initiated into the marga or sampradaya, the lineage which you feel most comfortable with. If you feel belonging to a Vaishnavite path, join that. If you feel belonging to a Shaivite path, join that. And they will intelligently prescribe a particular portion from the Vedas and the Puranas as that which is prominent, right? So that is the beauty of our culture. So this is a very brief way as you can differentiate Puranas from Vedas and not to just basket them into a clump, right? Another very good example would be a recent movie which came out some years back called Interstellar. Now the theory of relativity can be found in textbooks as crude knowledge. Now Interstellar is like a Purana to the Veda, right? The crude knowledge is being expressed as a story, a 3-hour long story which conveys the truths about space-time relativity and different aspects of physics through a story. So even if a person who's not interested in physics or who can't grasp the truths of physics can watch Interstellar to get a gist of it. So Interstellar is like a Purana, and the theory of relativity is like the Vedas. This is just an analogy. Do not go too deep into it, just to give a brief idea, because in no way can we compare the truth of the Vedas with a movie, right? So a very brief view. I've not gone deep, so if I'm missing something, just know that it's meant to be a very brief video, just to give a very brief touch to differentiate between Puranas and Vedas. Thank you for watching.